Happy birthday to all of you. May God bless you. May this year be filled with so much laughter. Now, we have some special birthdays. You know how we do. You want to celebrate some people, send us their pictures, add a beautiful message to it, and then we'll be sure to celebrate with you. Let's start off with a very pretty queen, all posed nicely. Happy birthday, Mrs. Becky Atieku, a.k.a. Odogua. Wow, like Odogu Parara's girl. CEO of Bex Bespoke from Siahene and your husband, Mr. Tieku. So Siahene and your husband, Mr. Tieku, had decided to celebrate you. They say, may God bless you, may he keep you. You're so beautiful. And she says that's actually her close friend. So happy birthday to you, close friend to our very own Siahene. And then we have from our own DTV, Solomon. You know today's Solomon's birthday. Solomon Annan. Yeah. There he is. Solo, happy birthday to you. We know and we've seen your sacrifices and your work and all of that. And we say that may God bless you and may he make his face shine upon you. May this year be filled with laughter and breakthrough and testimonies and miracles. Whew, going on and on and on and on. Okay, so this birthday is actually from yesterday, but because I forgot to do it, actually I had the notice for like a month and I didn't do it. Oh, Charlie. But this one is going to Agabus. Agabus, Kwame Agabus, right? Happy birthday to you, a belated happy birthday to you. It was yesterday, 2nd June, but I forgot to do it. So today, from my heart, a special birthday to you, Nana Kwame Agabus. Agabus, God bless you so much. And I pray that this year, more money. And I know that you're also in school studying media and all of that. May the Lord make your path straight and may he make his face shine upon you. Enjoy your birthday, Agabus. Amen.
Well, quite a number of them here as well. Kojo Dad, today's your birthday. Of course, I also saw Joseph Ochiman right there. There was also Nana Aure Damwa also on the screen. It's been a while I've heard from Nana Aure Damwa. He's a writer, one of the prolific writers that we have in Ghana. And quite a Francis Moti, today is your birthday as well. So is also Pearl Dake. All of you are celebrating.
Oh, Pearl Dake.
Yes, your birthday. You know her?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Nice. Well, away from birthdays now, how about we share with you some news making headlines across the world, on the continent of Africa, then of course here in Ghana. Stay with us. Wake Up Africa is next.
Ken Ofori-Atta declared wanted again by the OSP. Koku,
yes.
Without you reading the news, before you read
yes.
What's your candid take on this? Ken's lawyers, not giving, OSP says he doesn't really have a concrete, health, maybe certification, sort of, to know that, okay, this is exactly where you are. If you say that you have cancer, lots of people have cancer, they're still going to work. It's as though the communications are really clear, it's making his job a little difficult, and all of that.
It is the word of his lawyers, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta's lawyers, versus the instruction and that particular notice of the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Yeah.
In the middle, for me, is just a simple matter that I pray that this becomes a turnaround in the accountability issues of Ghana, and that extends to the continent of Africa. The reason I say that is that a lot of people, a lot of us, young people especially, who are aspiring to be something in future are looking forward to or looking up to some people like this. Only if they can be held accountable for what was placed and trusted in their hands, can we also learn from. So I think it is a very good time. Let everybody be held accountable. The lessons are going to be learned. I pray that we, the next people who are going to be taking over, obviously, because some of my friends have even started taking over already. My juniors, 1 year below, are MPs, members of parliament. And so what it means is that we're taking over already. And so it must be a lesson to me that beyond even the physical, one day Jesus is coming and I'll be facing the judgment day. Of course.
Well, yeah, that's...
So, yeah, of course. And so that's it.
Oh, you're feeling like a pastor now.
Yeah. Lessons are learned. I pray it's sustained as well.
Well, yeah, I also pray so. I mean, because there's been a lot of cases and all that. We don't know how it ends and all. But this particular one, we want to know how it ends, how Cecilia Dapa's case also, that has been reopened. And, you know, so that some people will find some level of solace or credibility in our law system.
Yes.
So, well, let's see how that ends. As of today, we're hearing that, okay, the OSB has agreed that they can do the virtual thingy. Yeah, so this morning, listening to news.
That's what he said?
Yes,
is that an official statement?
I heard that on Joy News, so.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So let's see how, you know, all that is going to turn out and pan out so that there's some justice for all of us. We want Soforiata physically. OSP rejects virtual session requests. Well, so I just spoke about this. That this morning, that was the development that,
well, so far so good. Nothing, there's no official statement.
From the OSP side?
Yes.
They haven't put it on their social media
No,
handles.
And I cannot trust any other media house that says anything unless
it is from their site. Okay, great. So why not? Let's just go with it. Well, Mahama pledges completion of CAS maternity block after years of delay. Okay.
So President John Dramani Mahama has already affirmed his commitment to completing key health infrastructure projects in the Ashanti region, notably the long-delayed maternity block at the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital in Kumasi. He made the pledge yesterday, which was Monday, 2nd June, when the Asantini 24722, the second led a delegation of eminent chiefs to pay a courtesy call on him at the Jubilee House.
Right. CAS maternity block. Right, Ioko reopens Cecilia Dapa's case. Oh my God. How come we're never able to finish this woman's case? What's the problem? The charges that keep coming up, or
there are people who were said to Ioko and the rest left her off the hook and all of that. And so this new administration says they're also interested, and so they want to look into the issues. So now she was just in court for what the other people had done to her. But now the state is up against her and all of that. And so, understandably so, she was cleared by the previous government, sort of. So the new leadership of Ioko says they're interested, and so they are reopening it.
I see.
Yes.
But she was seemingly cleared even by the president before the case started.
Right.
Patient sues hospital for having CCTV cameras in consulting room during breast examination. And this one, I don't really know how to feel about this. There must be a reason why these cameras are there in such rooms, okay? One, also for the protection of the doctors. Anything can happen in a consulting room where there's nobody there. A patient's word against the doctor.
Yes.
You get it. There could be
reasons
why.
So it's dicey.
Yes, but I also want to, go with the fact that, this is somebody's private part. You want to, so there must be probably some good clarification as to why they have it and what they use such information for.
Yeah, so patient Gifty Amakoa has initiated legal action against a healthcare provider, Peace and Love Hospital, challenging the installation of CCTV cameras in the medical consultation and examination rooms used for physical breast examination, citing it as a violation of her fundamental human rights. According to a formal notice filed before the High Court, the applicant is seeking the enforcement of her fundamental human rights, including the right to privacy, dignity, and confidentiality within the doctor-patient relationship. Allegations of rights violations. The applicant contends that the installation of surveillance cameras in rooms designated for sensitive physical examination constitutes a breach of her right to privacy and dignity as enshrined in Articles 15, 18, 2 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. There must be a fine balance brought to it. Obviously, if there are past experiences and previous experiences of me, of any doctor being, accused wrongly, then going forward, the hospital will want to put their acts together.
Exactly.
That's one. The other side is, yes, of course, unless you are also able to prove that those videos are used
against the patients.
Exactly. Then the other side is also the case of terms and conditions being read to you. Whether or not whatever it is that you signed included that we have CCTV cameras and all of that in our to do so and so. Some of these things must be written and signed by the clients and all of that. So let's see how it goes. Let's test the law and see. The hospital is trying to protect itself. The patient also feels that, well, my laws are being,
violated.
So let's see how it goes. I'd love to see the end of the case, whether it will be thrown out or follow to the latter.
Well. OSP again uncovers 280 million cedis corruption scandal at NPA. Criminal charges to be filed by end of June.
So, Office of the Special Prosecutor has exposed a massive 280 million Ghana cedis corruption scandal at the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, with multiple high-ranking officials that led to have abused their positions for personal use. He also spoke about Ghana Education Service. I think he didn't even inform them, but while they were seated down, I think he was stating that there were people who were going around holding laptops and trying to get people appointment to the field. They have the signatures of the Director General and all of
God.
that. So they will collect money from you and then issue these appointment letters.
That you have placements, so you can go to Potson and go and teach.
Exactly. It brings about to the question of how teaching was before. See, when you allow space, when you allow any lacuna, people take advantage.
Yeah.
If there's a vacuum, they always want to occupy. So previously it was just when you finish, because there was no national service, there was no licensure exams before you start. Immediately you finish, you are waiting for your placement from the Ghana Education Service. So it comes straight from them. You stay in the house for a while, and then it comes straight from them. But if people do not get placements, and then because they were not able to pass, because they didn't do national service or anything, it leaves the vacuum. Right. And then people, so let's look at the system, or let's tighten it up, and so that it becomes seamless, so that people are also not at the mercy of criminals. By all means, there'll be people, unscrupulous individuals who want to take advantage of the system and the space. And so I just pray that people they tighten up the system even from now onwards. Yeah.
Well, I think that the next will be a very last story. National security operatives impound articulated trucks loaded with smuggled cooking oil. The idea is to just avoid tax. So,
yeah.
And there's one truck registered, has a Nigerian registration. The other has Ghanaian, and the other was Burkina Faso. Yeah, so because of the information they gave from Accra, they said they were going, I think, to the northern region, but their routes were a bit funny, so they had to follow them, and then they found out, oh, okay, you're trying to dodge.
So the impounding incident happened in Kumasi, the Ashanti region. Funny how it's not a border town, but those routes. Anyway, to the north, you have to use the Ashanti region.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, Chairman Wontumi released by Yoko after meeting bail conditions.
Oh.
And that's that for...
He slept home yesterday.
Yes, finally. That's that for our local news. Let's now connect to international news, shall we?
Mali court adjourns hearing on whether to put Barrick's gold mines under provisional administration. And then insurgents kill dozens in Mali base and attack Timbuktu, sources say. Wow. Ivanhoe, right, plans partial restart for flooded Congo copper mine in late June. And in Nigeria imports Danish cows in bid to slash $1.5 billion milk import bill. Milk import?
So Nigeria is importing dairy cattle from Denmark as it aims to double its milk output within 5 years, part of a plan to cut dairy imports that cost the country $1.5 billion a year. Despite boasting one of Africa's largest cattle population, Nigeria's milk output, 700,000 tons a year, lags its annual consumption of 1.6 million tons. So probably it's the issue of not going to buy the milk, but buy the container that produces the milk.
Right? Okay.
So that's what they probably are doing here. That's what they are trying to do. But to think that, as they said, Nigeria is supposed to be, because of the population, the north, they rear a lot of cattle. And so
right.
One is thinking that, one would have thought that they could, but well, maybe people just don't like the local things.
Or probably the local things are, maybe the quality is watered down or something like that. Could also be.
Well,
people look at different things.
Yeah.
We're looking at packaging.
So fix
pricing.
the packaging. Of course, it doesn't have anything to do with the content. So fix the packaging. That's simple as that.
But to bring in,
it's a mindset issue. It's a mindset issue. It's a mindset issue. Africa, mindset.
Oh yeah. Okay, then Sudan's new prime minister dissolves government one day after taking office.
Sudanese Prime Minister Camille Idris has dissolved the country's caretaker government, according to reports from state news agency SUNA. The news came late on Sunday, just one day after Idris took the oath of office as the country's first prime minister since a military coup 4 years ago. Right, so they were caretakers, and so people have to come in.
I see. Yeah, and to some sort of relief for Africa, Bill Gates says most of his $200 billion fortune will go to Africa over the next 20 years.
And I implore him and his foundation to make sure that they police these investments.
That was my thought exactly. So we've had help from many places.
Yes.
But we're still where we are because the people who should see to the, distribution of these things, exactly, just won't do it. And they will enrich certain people's pockets.
That's right.
And those who really need it. I mean, when you hear brilliant but needy students, at the point I don't even want to use that statement, because you can actually see real needy students who are brilliant, who fit that category,
Right.
but just won't have it.
Right, so we pray that he polices it. Let's go to the last story before we draw curtains on it. Gaza officials say Israel kills more than 30 people near aid distribution site. And so that's that for Wake Up Buzz, and that's by way of news making headlines from around the world, from across the continent of Africa, and of course here in Ghana as well. We'll take a break at this point. When we come back, news reviews up. Our guest will join us, even as we do this discussion later on as well. We'll get into the issues of discipline and devotion. How disciplined we must be, especially when you have to make sure that the assessment and evaluation that we want all of us to start is done well. All right, if it has to be done, it has to be done well. All right, so we'll talk about the issues of discipline and devotion. Stay with us.